This video is going to be about crossovers and how crossovers can affect the games. So I've literally just seen the event for Monster Hunter World. Now they've already done a crossover with Horizon Zero Dawn before, and it makes sense because their games are very similar, and as being only an event thing, you can get items through that limited time, which, benefit both sides. Now, I know not all companies want to do crossovers, because, the main goal in the end for all companies is to make money. So, one company, for example, which kind of has thrown the crossover tag under the bus, is Fortnite. Now, I'm not saying they've done bad crossovers. I'm just saying Fortnite crossovers are less of crossovers. They are more of advertisements for games. So, for example, when Borderlands 3 came out, there was a Borderlands 3 crossover with Fortnite, which introduced a new area, a skin, a backpack, and a pickaxe. Now, I reinstalled Fortnite over the period of that event because I thought it was quite cool. I don't like Fortnite. I only play it when I'm really bored. I only ever landed at the Borderlands 3 area because I thought it was interesting. Loads of people landed there. It was hard. A lot of the time I never won a game there, but it was a challenge. It was nice because there were a bunch of kills you could get. I think I got 12 kills in one game because obviously I'm not the best, but I survived. I took out the whole area and then continued to storm, and then later died. But I love the challenge of being able to take on as many people in such a small area, and also the Borderlands 3 art style. And the reason I like it, because obviously I got Borderlands as well. I've done Borderlands on the channel, and I've done Borderlands on stream as well. But, they've also had some bad crossovers. So there was a Wreck-It Ralph event where it was just an emote that you could get, and literally a 2-second thing of Ralph going across a cinema screen and waving. Now, these little events like that, those are purely for advertisement. So you could say there are two forms of crossovers. There are thinking of the state of mind for the game and the movie itself, or pure advertisement. So an example of something that was a good state for both was a crossover between Final Fantasy 15 and Assassin's Creed. Now, this was good because you could tell it wasn't a pure advertisement crossover, because Final Fantasy 15 had already been out for a very long time, and also there had been no new Assassin's Creed games. I think it was 6 months after that crossover, the new Assassin's Creed game came out, which was the one based in, I think it was either Rome or Greece. I'm not really a massive Assassin's Creed fan, but those were games companies that came together and thought, you know what, this will work. This will be a good ass crossover. And that is why I wanted to make the point of Destiny. Now, Destiny hasn't had a crossover with any other game. Now, Destiny is a game that has been going on since, I think, 2014, or quite a while, from the first Destiny to the second Destiny, and throughout their whole series, they've never had a crossover. Now, there are a lot of people who would say the reason why there are no crossovers is because Destiny is quite a lore-infused game. But why should that stop you to have a crossover. For example, games my friend Lewis made a post on his Reddit, and it was about how, like, he was agreeing with me about how there should be a crossover, specifically with a new TV show that came out called Star Wars so it was called it's a Star Wars TV show called The Mandalorian, and I've been watching Mandalorian, and I thought it would suit so well with Destiny, and I agreed. But I saw a bunch of the comments on his Reddit post, and they were like, well, it kind of dismantles the lore, it weakens the lore because it's not in the lore. But there are so many games that have crossovers that, like, have deep lore. Like Final Fantasy 15, for example. And it doesn't really need, if it's an event thing, it makes sense. Because in the Mandalorian TV show, the Mandalorian travels to planets and stays there until he has to move on to protect Baby Yoda. Now, it would make sense that maybe one of the planets that he comes across, maybe he goes through a wormhole and he, I don't know, like, comes into our universe, and it's our job to help him out. Or maybe one of the planets he stops off at is Earth or Venus or Mercury. And so I think it just would make sense. We could collect unique armor for that event. It helps advertise the Mandalorian TV series. It's also a great crossover because Mandalorian, you could see him as a Guardian being a hunter. Like, there are understandably going to be issues because Disney are a controlling company, and so there will always be issues. And Bungie have recently split from Activision, and they wanted to go solo so they could earn more money, which is perfectly fine. I think it was Activision. Yeah. Or it was someone that they split from. But they wanted to go solo so they could earn money for their upcoming DLCs. So there would obviously be issues, but if they ever went through a period of struggling financially, then crossovers would be a good option because it generates attention, it brings users from other games to these games, and also it gives unique items that you can only get in that particular event. And I've said to my friend Lewis, I've spoken to him and said, I just think it would be cool to, like, turn up at a planet and he being there and Baby Yoda, like, chasing frogs in the background, and he gives us some bounties to do, and then he gives us his, like, sniper rifle or his blaster. Like, it would be good. Now, I understand when people come from when people say it weakens the lore, because obviously it's not written. But if it was a non-appearing thing, then it wouldn't weaken the lore, because if he was a planet jumper, then he wouldn't have been known about. Because in the Destiny lore, we only know the living in our galaxy. So that goes from all the planets orbiting our sun. So in that, I guess it would weaken the lore a little bit due to the fact that Star Wars is entirely based around life around every single planet. But there could be like a wormhole thing, or, like, I just think it would be quite cool to consider. Now, I'm going to end this video here, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know this because I thought it was a really good discussion point. I think I'm going to be uploading 2 videos today. I've got a really nice Crucible match I had last night. After watching the new Destiny 2 trailer for the Season of Dawn, I saw that Saint 14 came back, and I thought, I'm going to use his shotgun in the Crucible, and partnered that with my God Roll Kindled Orchid, and got a crazy good amount of kills. I think I got 32. And then I've also got another video. I can't remember what it was, but I think I'll be uploading that today. So leave your comments in the comment section. If any of you guys agree. And I'll catch you guys in a bit. Peace.